Hey y'all, look, I'm giving y'all another spreaker. It just comes out easier when I am able to do the audios opposed to getting in front of the camera. The problem is the editing, because where I could normally correct myself or put some wording in, like a caption in there to let you guys know, oh, I misspoke. I can't do that. And it's kind of frustrating me. But I know that I wouldn't be able to give you these videos 5 times every weekday at 5:30 if we did not incorporate in these audios, child. Because I told you these damn videos is hard work. Okay? But, hello, love bugs. Hello, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe, because it is so important to our success here on the YouTube. And if you are not already a part of our book club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee, you babies, yes, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's talk about Tina. This book was made into a motion picture. What's love got to do with it? And I'm saying to myself, well, what book did they use? Because they definitely ain't used this one. Because I don't know what the heck they was doing. Kurt Loder, why you let them people drop the ball? This is an MTV movie. But anyway, guys, let's talk about where we left off. So where we left off, River Deep is completed. Okay, and a lot of you people told me that Phil Spector was crazy. I told you. He was like, I got all the Legos and all the toys and all the, the buttons to push, but I don't have the Ike and the Tina. As a matter of fact, you can keep the Ike, just give me a Tina. Okay, and from what they said, that song ruined Crazy. What's his name? Spector's career. Okay, but what it did do was put Tina in the limelight. All right, and Ike started noticing. Okay, Ike was like, okay, Anime, I know you see these people liking you. Okay, and I'm not one of them forefront people. I like to be in the back running shit, making my money, being real stealth out here. Okay, that's what he said. And Tina the Turner, Anime, if you get too many damn bright ideas, bitch, I will beat them bright up ideas right up out of your ass. Now, Tina writes, I had always told Ike that the only thing I asked was that he not bring his women into my home. Well, he'd already broken that rule with Gloria Garcia, and since then, he'd brought Ann Kane pretty close, setting her up in a separate room there at our house. Then one day, he sent me to the market for some reason, some strange reason. It seemed to me, some crazy shiz. My intuition has always been strong, and I just knew something was up. So I went, and I got whatever it was that he wanted me to get real fast. Been there, done that, girl. Been there, done that. And I walked into our bedroom, and there they were. Ike and Ann. Oh, y'all know Tina Turner was waiting on an opportunity to whoop that goddamn Ann's ass. You know what one of y'all said? One of my subbies had said that he picked girl's name Ann, and that way he can't get nobody's name confused. True. That's what I believe, because I told y'all all my boyfriends back when I was hoeing. Not hoeing, but pimping. Damn, Nay, how you go from hoeing to pimping to... Well, back when I was young, single, and free in my 20s, I just called all my boyfriends Puckerhead, and then that way it wouldn't be no discrepancies. And then I'm like, why is motherfuckers mad? Because they call everybody Bay now. Tina said when she caught Ickety Ikety and Ann Kane in the bed, she said they weren't even in the bed. It was porno time. I mean, Ike was really shocked. I don't think he had ever been caught in that position. I didn't say a word. I just went tisk and went off and hid in some other part of the house. Ike thought I had run outside somewhere, so he put his clothes on and went outside looking for me. After he came back, I came out into the living room. I told him that Ann could no longer stay in their house. I guess he realized he really had better get her out of there, because then she got her own apartment the next hill over from us. He paid for it, so it don't matter, Tina the Turner. I mean, she could be in the next house over. It don't matter. For real, now the Tina the Turner, you paying for it, Wendy Williams, you. Okay? You just like Wendy Williams. Matter of fact, I said that I was going to name this video, Sister Wives. Hold tight. We going to find out. Tina Turner says, by this time I had really had it with Ann. One day I came to the house and she was there again, acting as if nothing was wrong. Well, I really do have a temper, and I got a hammer, and I was going to kill her ass with the hammer. Okay? What is going on? And then some of y'all is telling me that she shot Randy Jackson, okay? Because Tina the Turner was in a bed with Randy the Jackson's, Michael the Jackson's brother, okay? With Randy Jackson's girlfriend. Ooh, these rumors is vicious out here about you, Tina the Turner. Does Beyonce and Mammy know none of this? Anyway, Tina Turner said she was about to bash that lady in the head, okay? And then Ike came in right on time to break it up. Let me tell you something. Tina the Turner, you got more power than you could ever think, okay? Because the fact that you in charge of the girls, okay, because basically you are in charge of the girls. You leader of the group, okay? You the main sister wife, okay? And he know that you will tear some ass up. That's why he like that type stuff. Girl, don't you know them Scorpios like it when girls are like, yow, wow, at each other. Girl, they don't do shit but boost their ego. After that, it got to be really a pattern with him and the women. Ike had no shame, and women liked him. You know, because he was a generous man with presents and gifts. And he would buy them things, pay their rent. He would pay their rent. So he was always fooling around. Sometimes we'd all be backstage and I'd glance up into the mirror and see him standing with one of the musicians' wives. Answer yes. Nay, did you say one of the musicians' wives? Yes, that's what I said. That's why this is a Scorpio man in his darkest day. Do you hear me? Yes. Okay, and Tina said, I heard about that Ike was fucking his musicians' wives, but I didn't believe it until I saw it myself. I don't know why, girl. When you're dancing with the devil in the moonlight, that's the kind of stuff that happens, girl. Well, Ike is my husband, and we have our children, and I'll make our life good and happy. And now, here I was, trapped in a sadistic little cult. That's what you call it? I call it sister wives, okay? Totally ashamed and totally without hope, it seemed. Finally, I caught Ike and Ann Thomas in the living room one day. Now, this is Ann Thomas, not Ann King or Anna Mae. This is the bitch named Ann Thomas, okay? I caught Ike and Ann Thomas in the living room one day. I just gave up. I knew it would never end. I was so miserable by then, so tired of it all, and so totally unhappy. Now, this is the Jews, y'all, okay? So, remember when I told you that she had found love and happiness in Paris shopping, okay? What she was doing to get her money, because he would never give her no damn money. Never. She said one time she asked him for a $5 a week. $5, bitch. You out there on stage singing your throat raw and you could only get $5? She said she asked him for a $5 a week allowance, right? He said no. She said that he liked to buy her stuff and give her gifts, but he don't like to put no money in her hand. I mean, that's what them ninjas do, girl. That's what they do. But she said what she would do is whenever he was passed out off of the boogity sugarity, because he is full-blown boogity sugarity now. But whenever he would pass out, she would rob his ass. Answer yes. That's what you do. Where's my money, Nay? Where's my money? I don't know. Maybe you spent it on one of them bitches you was tricking with last night. You better stop messing with them bitches. They gonna rob you. I keep telling you, them bitches gonna rob you. Now, that plan ain't work out good for Adam A, okay? Because Tina the Turner got her block knocked, okay? Because as soon as he found out that she was taking his money, he knocked her block, right? But the point of the matter is, it don't even really matter whether or not she was taking his money and she got caught anyway. He was going to knock her block anyway. So it didn't matter. And then she talked about the time that she left him the first time, okay? She had borrowed some money from the Ikettes. Right? Now, this was in the movie, okay? She had borrowed some money from the Ikettes. And then she had got on the bus. Now, on this trip, she didn't say that it was her children on the bus with her. What she did say was that Ike tracked her down, okay? And got her up off the bus. She said that was the first time that Ike had wowed her with a hanger. Girl, the types of things, oh my God, y'all. Ooh, I am so happy that I am saved and sanctified. Because, y'all, I'm not going to lie. I would have put B.C. Potter in his booger sugar. Ajax. Oh, yeah. I would have put that Comet and B.C. Potter in that boogity sugary, and I'd have told him, eat up, motherfucker. Eat up. So let me drop on down with a bit of light for you guys, okay? So yes, it's like Tina the Turner. She's in despair right now. Everything's going wrong. Right? But the situation is this, okay? Because people always leaving Ike. Always. You know, in her mind, she feels like, oh no, I can't leave Ike because everybody leaves him. Bitch, people leave him because he's crazy. Okay? So what happened was the whole band had left. And Ike started auditioning different kinds of musicians. He would normally pick up some old street dudes, some hornswogglers, okay, and doppelgangers around the hood and say, come play for me. Not this time. He got some old professionals to perform, to audition for him, okay? And Tina the Turner said, the professional, well-spoken man, a certain one, came to their house and auditioned. Tina says his name was Johnny Williams. His name was Johnny Williams, and he played baritone sax. The three of us sat down around a table and talked. Johnny read books, did yoga, was very health conscious, and he was a gentleman. I think Ike must have known right there, sitting at the table, that there was something that clicked between Johnny and me. He was just exactly my type. Well-mannered, light-skinned, just like Harry Taylor. Girl, don't you remember Harry Taylor took your virginity and shitted on you and married another woman? Girl, you better get Harry Taylor out your mind. She said, and his friends, those boys back in Brownsville, well, Johnny took the job, and suddenly Johnny took the job, and suddenly I had something to look forward to every night. Somebody traveling with us that I really liked. Can you imagine? Ickety Ikety probably round that mug stewing on fire, because he see them two looking back and forth at each other. Listen, y'all, one time I was out with my ex, and let me tell you something. He introduced me to one of his friends. His friend was so goddamn fine. Ooh, I couldn't take my eyes off of him. I was trying. The devil on my arm was saying, Nay, fuck him. Fuck your ex. At the time, he wasn't my ex. He was my boy. He didn't fuck everybody in the District of Maryland of Virginia, girl. If you got googly eyes for his best friend, it's okay. Don't fuck him. But it's okay if you got googly. Girl, he was so fine. Oh, what is his name? Oh, his name was, I didn't even say his name, child. She said it didn't matter that Ike was still wah-pop-powing her because she was still in love. She didn't give a fuck. Okay, yeah, the man of my dreams and seeing me with black eyes, but we are stealing away in the night. She said she never cheated with him. Girl, stop it. Stop it. But she said she never cheated with Johnny. Never. She said one time, Ike was tripping. Okay. And she stole away and had some lonely time with him, but they didn't have sex. Girl, stop it. Not one time have you said, I gotta admit, that Ike dick is amazing. Girl. Tina said that I was very much in love with Johnny, but I was never one to fool around, so we didn't get together. One time, though, I got to be alone with him for a few minutes, and God, it was so exciting. We were on the road, and Ike was out somewhere, so I decided to sneak into Johnny's room. I walked in, and I went right into his arms. It was the first and last time we ever touched. I felt like I was in a dream of happiness. We just sat there and giggled and looked at each other and laughed. I couldn't stay, of course. I was so afraid Ike might return that I ran back to my room, but that one embrace with Johnny lasted me for years. Bitch, girl, girl. Tina continues to say that one night Ike and I had this big fight. He had brought up Johnny in 1966, around the time that she did River Deep, and how he was, how a bitch don't think you, the shiz because you done went over there with Crazy Spectre, okay? And the next minute, he started, doing his thing, right? Now, she said that Johnny gave his notice after seeing her. He told Tina Turner, I would not work for anyone like this. What could I say? He should have felt like scum of the earth, but you can bet that he didn't. Of course you don't. Of course you don't. Because when the devil was up there dancing in the clear moonlight, he not thinking about your feelings, bitch. Now, this is where she talking about the booger sugar, okay? She said that the first time I remember seeing Ike do cocaine was in San Francisco. He was doing it on a $100 bill that was supposed to be the classy thing, right? I didn't know. I thought to myself, I wonder why they're doing it on money. I'm saying the same thing. Why the fuck are you doing it on money? I don't want booger sugar on my money. But anyway, I think he had been taking coke for a while quietly, but then he started getting bold about it. Okay. And what she said was that, boogity sugary ain't do nothing but make him worse, make him violenter, make him act an ass. So much so that we were like, did he take his booger sugar this morning? Ike didn't have that problem. Cocaine made him, he was always violent, but cocaine made him worse. Everything came quicker, getting mad, the fights, the impatience with whatever business problems there were. It got so you were scared to say a word to him, never knowing how he would react. If I thought he was bad before the cocaine started, then he's evil. Tina's depression deepened as 1967 gave way to 1968. In the spring, the review flew to England for another tour, and it was there that Tina received what she felt was the ultimate humiliation. Its source, at least indirectly, was Ann Thomas, still a non-singing Ike, and more than ever, the object of Ike's most heated attention. Okay? Child, that's a problem to me. Now, Ann Kane says that I was also along the tour. Tina and Ann Thomas were like twins, because she came back. I told you they sister wives. They all on tour together and they sister wives. And this man, Ikety so far in their head that they have accepted the fact that, okay, we screwing the same man, and ain't nothing we could do. But anyway, back to Ann Kane. Ann Kane says, I was along on the tour. Tina and Ann Thomas were like twins. When we got to London, they both found out they were pregnant. What? So Tina got pregnant again. Y'all just letting this nigga skate on you? Oh my God, could you imagine if somebody got herpes in there? Y'all all looking at each other, but nobody don't want to admit shit. Girl, okay, I'm sorry, y'all, for keep talking, okay. So, anyway, they pregnant at the same time, and both by Ike, of course. So, Tina said to Ann, I'm not having another one for him. Forget that, honey. If you want it, you can have it. And Tina terminated the pregnancy. That right there, that girl, I'm going to leave it right there. But all I'm telling you, part of the reason why I could not have a baby by nobody, y'all, because I wasn't going to have no baby by no crazy motherfucker. I have enough. I need a good balance to help me not be so crazy, okay? And could you imagine having a baby by Ikety? Child, he got all y'all in the damn one-room shack raising all y'all children together. And fucking and beating everybody. Tina says that one time, because you know her and Ann Taylor are like these, you know, like Judy's. She said one time he got up out of our bed, walked through the doors connecting to the two rooms, didn't even bother to close them, and got in bed with her, meaning Ann, had sex, and then came back to bed with me. Okay? What made it even harder was that Ann and I were the closest friends. I mean, Tina says that Ann Thomas got her licks too. Okay? Eventually, they all was getting that whap, pat, pow. Okay? Tina says we were touring all over Europe by then, and I remember one time in Switzerland, we were driving along in the car, and me and Ann were in the backseat with Ike in the middle, naturally sleeping. Okay? Look, Ike is getting his thing off. Like I imagine all men would get their thing off with having two women fawn over them. You know, that's like a ego boost to them. But anyway, they driving to this hotel, right? And this guy drives up beside them in a Ferrari. Now the guy is looking back at all three of them, you know, in the seat, but it didn't matter because he only had googly eyes for Ann. Okay, Thomas. That's a concern. Tina knew that he was infatuated with Ann, okay? Because Tina's like, damn, that nigga is, he is stalking you. By the time they got back to the hotel where they was staying, the people at the front desk said, Miss Ann, this dude in this Ferrari is looking for you, okay? They was fucking with the girl, Ann, you better watch yourself. You know, Ikety don't need nothing to, you know, start tripping on people. You know that, right? Later on that night, Ikety threw a party. Okay, down in one of the suites. All right. The dude with the Ferrari came in looking for Ann. Okay. Ikety got in his feelings. So he went up to Ann's room, took all her clothes off, and beat her by the stairway. Tina says that the red Ferrari had showed up at Ike's party room looking for Ann. So Ike went and got her. He threatened to take her up and make her strip naked in front of the guy. Then he dragged her out of the room half naked, and he had her on the steps in the exit stairwell, and he was beating her up. Well, I went and opened the stairway door, and there he stood, and there was Ann, all beat up and crying and embarrassed. And I just looked at her. Then I looked at him, and I said, Ike, you should be ashamed. And right then, I think he did feel ashamed because he realized everybody could hear what he was doing to her. Embarrassed was more the word, actually, with Ike. Shame didn't often enter into things. Ann Kane bailed out on Ike's orbit shortly after it was discovered that Ann Thomas was going to have his baby. Kane at least finally had enough. Okay? Ann Kane said, in all the years I have been with them, Ike Turner had never beat on me because I'm the kind of person that'll have you put in jail if you beat up on me. Me too, girl. Me too. Now I'm a snitch in that regard because you're going to remember putting your hands on me. And I am not the dumb bitch. I'm sorry. And I am not the bitch to call or not show up to court. That's not me. You're going to remember putting your hands on me forever, Negro. I mean that. But then there was this one tour we did down through the South. And that's when I realized that Ike wasn't screwed too tight anymore. Okay? She said, hold on, y'all. She said one day he was tripping. She was in the room, and he just started beating up on her, okay, with the acoustic guitar, okay? And then when the guitar broke over her head, he said, bitch, you broke my guitar. I said, Ickety, Ikety. She said she had to get away from him. He is crazy. Bitch, he been crazy. He been crazy. You know he been crazy. He just ain't got around to you yet. So at this point now, Tina is getting, abused so bad that the people at the hospital was like, girl, what is you doing with this ninja? Tina said, yes, it finally got to the point where I was ready to die. Ike was beating me with phones, with shoes, with hangers, choking me, punching me. It wasn't just about slapping me anymore. I believe it. I believe, Nay, I believe that he was into some real sadistic shit. And when you said that the position that Ann, or one of the Anns, because I forget which one it was, and Ickety Ikety was in was pornish, I'm saying to myself, well, girl, what was the position? What was the position? Was he getting, Was he? Anyway, Tina Turner goes on to say that I planned what I was going to do. I went to my family doctor and I told him that I wasn't sleeping, that I needed some pills, strong ones. Well, the doctor knew I could use some tranquilizers to calm me down. Tranquilizers? I had already gone to him to find out about cocaine, what it did, and what it was doing to Ike. So he gave me a bottle of the strongest Valiums there was. It was 50 of them in there. Now, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe, because it is so important to our success here on the YouTube. Now, remember this. The same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. My naysayers, my patron loves. You babies, have a good one.